No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see the number 23 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see the number 23 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Nittany Lions' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Hard running there. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24. just a second and talk about Oklahoma. You start the season top 25, clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25.
There he goes. Past the 50. Take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown Sooners.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Toss sweep to the left. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
The Nittany Lions in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
First game of the year, you're always worried about turnovers, right? And this guy has the ultimate nightmare on his first touch of the year. Puts the ball on the ground. He's got to be able to flush that out now. You got to get ready to go play the next play.
The Sooner offense returns to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Might as well stick with him. Finding an escape route. Oh, a lot of space. Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. I guess the good news on that penalty is at least the defense didn't have to back up that far. It's still 1st and goal. They'll run it. It's Robinson. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. They'll run it to the left looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Ivy. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. its first timeout of the half. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Gets it out just short of the 20, out of bounds at the 19-yard line, and a little more room to operate. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12, and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska, once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big 10 too. These conferences also recruit in similar areas too. So this game is interesting, David, because a lot of these players, they're familiar with each other from high school.
Yeah, and I tell you, from experience, you hate that. Like, you get to know each other, you go to the other school, like, you're now my enemy. You're not my friend anymore. So a chance to prove it, a chance for the Big 12, who's been kind of pillaged and pulled apart at times, sometimes by the Big 10. Let's go out and make a statement today.
Motion from the back. Looking downfield, it's Allard. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
Third down, man. You'd think this offense would want to throw it down the field, at least past the sticks. With this defense and their athleticism and speed, they gobbled him up behind the line of scrimmage.
A high kick trying to pin them deep. And this ball is going to be touchdown just shy of midfield. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work. He now has 115 yards rushing already. You want to talk about establishing the running game. They're doing that in the season opener. The Sooners can really attack on this second and short. Out of the gun, the inside give. He's loose. Turning it on. Touchdown Sooners. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Ole Miss came through with a lunch pail hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And I guess it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won, and the fact this wasn't ever really in question. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out again today, guys, with another ranked team going down.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later.
And the Nittany Lions will keep this drive going.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to throw, it's Allard. Pucks it out of the air. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Got it in the middle, it's Pena. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Nittany Lions with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They'll move the tight end. Leaves it with the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on third down that this running back's going to get it again. Got it on first, had a nice carry, got it on second. Now he set him up in third and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. The Nittany Lions are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
Nice poise by the quarterback. Here's a big third down throw, and you want to push the ball vertically down the field, but if the defense takes it all away, check the ball down. Get it to your running back and let him go do the work and move the sticks for you.
Wide receiver going in motion. He'll try the left side. He breaks the tackle.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
The Nittany Lions can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass, it's Allard. Floats it out in space. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you've got dialed up on third.
They've been very good at moving the chains on third down. 2 for 2 on this drive. This time they need 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Ross. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Grab behind behind the line. It's Ross. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
This has been the unending drive. It has gone on forever. It has chewed clock, but now it faces 3rd and long. He wants to change this route. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. Looking for a man. It's Allard. Unleashes one. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. The Nittany Lions want to crank the tempo. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And they decide to trot out the kicker. Doesn't have a straight-on shot here. He'll kick it from the left hash and 39 yards out.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking for space. It's Ott. He's past the 30. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Past the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
Set to kick this one away.
He'll bring it out. It's Ivy. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Quarterback making adjustments. Sends it back in motion. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Scanning the field, it's Allard. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. And the Nittany Lions headed quickly to the line.
Second down, Ncaa.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Showing the arm strength down the left side. He's got it for a big play. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Motion from the wideout. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Catch in the middle, it's Pena. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Gets the back moving. To the air on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. The Nittany Lions getting set on 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. Looking to pass. It's Aller. Here's the pressure. Blasted as he lets it go. It's caught downfield. And it's complete at the 6. Defense right there, but now they're backed up with a goal-to-go situation. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State. The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
Well, that was a huge touchdown for the offense there, just to try to get some mojo going here at halftime. It had been tough sledding here in the first half. Only a field goal before they finally got into the end zone. So obviously still a lot of work to do. You're still trailing on the scoreboard. That's going to do a lot for their confidence, I think, before heading into the second half.
Motion from the wide receiver. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of 2-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. It's caught. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Lets it fly. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Sooners will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Ivy. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. locked up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Quickly complete. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there. The Nittany Lions now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Might be changing the route. Back to pass on second down. Throws to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
That's a bad decision by the quarterback. In that area of the field, you have got to be careful. If the guy's not wide open, you've got to throw that football away, because not only are you getting it picked off, but he's returning it now down close to your goal line and setting his offense up in great field position.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Second and goal coming up. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
So they'll send out the field goal unit. He splits the uprights, and they'll push that lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. FIU is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 7 over Nevada. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's out. Dumps it off in the flats. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose. Now on second down. Wants to go up top. He fires to the left side. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
There he goes. Lots of running room. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
Yeah, this offense has had their way with this defense, and they've had a lot of success. And I tell you what, if this defense wants any chance of coming back, they better get physical and stop the run, because right now, this offense is having their way.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Trying to hit the sideline on the right. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Wide open spaces. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners!
Well, this offense said they wanted to start the year all gas and no brakes, and that's exactly what this game has shown. From the very opening whistle, this offense has been in sync. They've been explosive. Defense has had no answer for them. This unit is going to give teams problems because of their playmaking ability all year long.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Ivy. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll run this play from the pistol. They'll try the run. And some room to work. Big run from deep in his own end, and he's out of bounds at the 28-yard line.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through, and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
So now it's 2nd and long. Quarterback may change this route. To the air, it's Allard. Grabbed in the middle, it's Pena. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding, I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The Nittany Lions in the hurry-up. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Nittany Lions are marching down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Going downfield for the big play. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
So 1st down will open up the final period. Gonna run it. It's Singleton. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. And I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
Ncaa.